I trust your journey was successful. I'm sorry, my friend. I can no longer be of use in this matter. It's my fault. In my haste to read the first scroll, I neglected the careful preparation required. I thought I'd be able to allay the after effects, but I was wrong. Now I am paying for it. Blind? Yes, I'm afraid so. No, it will have to run its course, and there's always the chance I may never recover. No, there is another way. The question is, how much are you willing to risk to find Oriel's bow? I can't guarantee you'd be free from harm. Becoming blind will be the least of your worries. Scattered across Tamriel are secluded locations known only as Ancestor Glades. There's one in Skyrim in the Pine Forest. Performing the ritual of the Ancestor Moth within the glade should provide the answers you seek. It involves carefully removing the bark from a canticle tree, which will in turn attract ancestor moths to you. Once enough of the moths are following, they'll provide you with the second sight needed to decipher the scrolls. In keeping with tradition, you must use a specific tool in the Ancestor Glade, an implement known as a draw knife. Every moth priest is taught this ritual, but few ever get the chance to perform it. You should consider yourself fortunate if it works for you. From what I saw in the vision, the Elder Scroll which foreshadows the defiance of the gods with the blood of mortals is the key to the prophecy. Sadly, yes. It is the inevitable fate we agree to pursue when reading the Elder Scrolls. It generally does not occur until a moth priest is in his latter years, but in my case, I simply was not preparing myself properly. Deciphering one of the Elder Scrolls is nothing like reading a simple book. There is quite a bit of ritual and concentration required. It can take months or even years to complete a single scroll, and even then, months to recover. Well, as I'm sure you figured out by now, it's no mere coincidence that we're named Moth Priests. The voice of the Ancestor Moth has always been an integral part of reading the Elder Scrolls. Oh, the moths don't literally read the scrolls, but they maintain a connection to ancient magic that allows the moth priests to decipher them. If you listen closely when you find the glade, you should be able to hear their song, a soft, harmonious trilling. It's through this ancestral chorus that the moths tap into a form of primal augur and become a conduit for deciphering the scrolls. By having the ancestor moths close to the moth priest, they can utilize the conduit and share the moth's augury. Only the most resilient of priests can do it this way. It takes years of practice to interpret the harmony. You've come this far, and you've found several Elder Scrolls. Whether you believe it or not, the scrolls have a mind of their own. If they did not want you to find them, they would not allow it. Because of this, I strongly believe you were meant to hear the ancestral chorus. Only one way to find out. Deciphering one of it can take months or even years to complete a single scroll.
I hope we reach Ancestor Glade soon.
Months to recover.
Oh, what is it?
Ok, nunca foi lá. Cara, life changing esse perk da Heavy Armor. Isso é normal. Life changing mesmo.
Who's there?
Parece que eu tô jogando 2x, pô. Recomendação máxima é você começar de Heavy Armor e ver esse upgrade aqui, viu, cara?
Where'd you come from? That'll teach you.
Fuck Chris ali.
ends up being a wasted trip, your friend Dexy and I are gonna have some words when we get back.
Bicho, o cara já tá cego, pô.
Wow. Look at this place. No one's been here in centuries. I doubt there's any other place like it in Skyrim. It's beautiful.
Ó, mesmo, Serena.
Well, we got the knife. Now all we need to do is track down one of those canopy trees. Hope the moths like that bark as much as Dexian said they would. Look at them. They've definitely taken a liking to you. And unless I'm seeing things, you're starting to glimmer.
Never should have come here.
Where'd you come from? Are you okay? Almost thought I lost you there. You went as white as the snow. Are you okay? Almost thought I lost you there. You went as white as the snow. I could see it in your eyes. You looked about 1,000 years ago. What about Ariel's bow? Do you know where we can find it? Then it's almost over. We can finally put an end to this ridiculous prophecy. Where is this Darkfall cave? Then let's get going. I want to get there before my father has a chance to track us down. Not much. If you read any history, it shows up from time to time, but it's a hard thing to track. As far as I know, though, it's never been held by a vampire. That would be a new one. Ariel is one of the Elven gods. He's with the rest of them in Aetherius. The way I've heard it, the sun represents the connection from our world to theirs. Supposedly, the bow draws its energy from the sun itself, which is why it shows up in that prophecy. And that part, I don't know. Where'd you come from? Done and done. Do you need something? Not much. If you read any history, it shows up from time to time, but as far as I know, though, it's never been held by a vampire. Ariel, the way I've heard it, the sun represents the connection from our world to theirs. Supposedly, the bow draws its energy from the sun itself, which is why it shows up in that prophecy. And that part, I don't know. Once we have it, hopefully it'll be obvious.
Alright. Touching the sky. Era esse cultista que tava livre, né? Ele tava aqui mesmo querendo entrar, os vampiros mataram ele. Aí ele matou um vampiro ainda, levou um com ele, né, mano? Eu não me toquei não, mas eu acabei de ver o print aqui. Basicamente na Ancient Visions, aquelas visões eram mostrando o mapa. Ok. Eu vou pra Falkreath, não tem esse fast travel, que eu chego lá rápido. Eu vou dar uma cagada. Aí a gente vai fazer essa Darkfall. Vamos descer propriamente, né? Deixa eu soltar um barro, guys. Voltei. Barro feito. Cara, isso é que descarga, mano. Cadê? Cadê, mano? Ai! Vamos limpar fake aqui. Ai!
Going to enjoy. This land feels twisted. I'm surprised my father didn't want to live out here.
Por exemplo, eu já comentei contigo, né, que onde que o bichinho queria casar, acontece que era uma criança. Foda. Na moral, é a única adolescente que tem no jogo é ela. Inclusive, ela mora nessa cidade aí, que eu falei que eu moraria, tipo. Ela tinha um tempão, pô, só isso. E quando eu fui ver no Wiki, Children, então nada foi.
Bom, normalmente você sabe, mas eu sei que hoje você não sabia que a pulava com prego, ok? Você não entende café da manhã só você quer se desviar da vitamina D solar entrando no corpo.
I want you sellswords out of my mind.
Watch your tongue, native. We'll leave when we're sure there's no Forsworn here.
Oh, and when would that be, I wonder? When I sell my land to the Silverbloods?
The Silverbloods have made you a very generous offer for this pile of dirt. I suggest you take it.
I'm one of the few native sons of the Reach that owns land. Doesn't make me very popular. Robbery is what it is. The Silverbloods are trying to muscle in on my land. Forsworn attack the mines, and suddenly all these sellswords show up to hell. They won't let anyone work until I sell it off.
I thought you preferred being alone.
You can try, but I'd keep your sword arm ready if things get ugly.
I could use your help.
My family has owned Karthwasten for generations. Rare for anyone in the Reach that isn't a Nord. Not that it does me any good. Nords think I'm working for the Forsworn. Forsworn think I'm working for the Nords. A family of thieves, running their corrupt empire from Markarth. The Silverblood family own half the Reach, and they won't stop until they own all of it. All right, then.
Olha essa miscelânea aqui, galera.
We're in control of this mine. No sudden moves. We're in control of this mine. No sudden moves. We're in control of this mine. No sudden moves. We're in control of this mine. No sudden moves.
The mine is closed. Get lost. I'm not from here. I'm a sellsword. These are my men. Forsworn attacked a while back. Jarl had no men to spare, so the Silverbloods generously offered to send us to clean things up. We just want that old native to hand over his land in payment for our services. Then we'll leave, and everyone can get back to work. Do that, and I'll make sure you get a cut. You haven't heard of the Silverblood family? They're the most important people in the Reach. They practically own the city of Markarth, and we're here on their coin.
We're in control of this mine. No sudden moves. We're in control of this mine. No sudden moves.
Can I help you? I'm one of the few native sons of the Reach that owns land. Doesn't make me very popular. Need something?
We're in control of this mine. No sudden moves.
I've been sent by... helping out Ina Thatch, huh? Give me a reason not to plunge a dagger in your chest. Let's see them make us. I thought today was going to be boring.
Never should have come here. God!
I'll teach you.
Eu tô upando Light Armor agora porque essa arma é considerada Light. Tem que ficar Heavy. Upando. Assim do quick save.
You're not supposed to be in here. Can a man have a bit of privacy? Get out of here! You're not supposed to be in here. Last warning, leave now. You're not supposed to be in here. Guards! Trespasser!
Well, no, coming.
If the Forsworn aren't attacking my town, the Nords are trying to force me off it. I'm one of the few native sons of the... That won't be the last we hear from the Silverbloods, but at least we can get back to work. Thank you. You've done a good thing for me and my workers. Here, this is for you. Mm-hmm.
Eu tô pondo light armor, eu pesquisei aqui. Deixa eu... Olha como tá. Heavy armor. Tá no A mais ou menos. Pra gente ficar ligado. Tá vendo aqui, não tá muito favorável não. Dois dragões? Deixa eu chamar o ótimo momento para eu chamar ele. I get it on the ground. Yeah. Savannah? Uma função pra tu aqui.
Yes. All right, let's see what you have. What now? This better not be all the things you just can't be bothered with.
It is indeed. Okay. tentar aproveitar e spawnar ele aqui, né? Tentar chamar ele aqui na área aberta. Se tivesse tanto relevo. Ah, eu tenho que gastar 3. É porque os Greybeards davam pra gente, né, a palavra. Eles passavam a alma e tudo. O shot que ele me ensinou foi... Saltier. Você cai aqui, né? Tá porra! Sempre essa bugada quando fala.
Who's there? You knew I was. Something's not right here. Be careful. I think we may be in for some trouble. Where'd you come from?
Eu odeio aracnídeos, né?
These people were... Why would anyone... set up camp here? I wonder what happened to them.
pé dela.
Keep your eyes open here.
Come forward. You have nothing to fear. I am Knight Paladin Gellerwood. Welcome to the Great Chantry, Oriel, Oriel, Halkosh, Akatosh, so many different names for the sovereign of the Snow Elves. I prefer Snow Elf. The name Falmer usually holds a limiting meaning to most travelers. Those twisted creatures you call Falmer, I call the Betrayed.
Você sabe como fazer algo aqui por trás? Ele faz isso aí, não sei, eu tô muito bem com e aí, qualquer coisa, sabe, de voltar no carro, então ela vai saber, então ele acabou de me ajudar no negócio da vida.
Of course. You're here for Oriel's bow. Why else would you be here? I can help you get it. But first, I must have your assistance. For the thousands of years I've served as the Chantry's Sentinel, there hasn't been a single visitor here for any other reason. They request Oriel's bow, and I request their assistance. It's been repeated so many times, I can't imagine it any other way. I need you to kill Archcurate Vertha, my brother. The kinship between us is gone. I don't understand what he's become, but he's no longer the brother I once knew. It was the Betrayed. They did something to him. I just don't know why Oriel would allow this to happen. They swept into the Chantry without warning, and began killing everyone without pause. The Chantry was a place of peaceful worship. I led a small group of paladins, but we were no match for the Betrayed's sheer numbers. They slaughtered everyone, and stormed the inner sanctum where I believe they corrupted Vertha. He's alive. I've seen him, but something's wrong. He never looks as though he's in pain or under duress. He just stands there and watches, as though waiting. Leaving the way shrines unguarded would be violating my sacred duty as a Knight Paladin of Oriel, and an assault on the Betrayed guarding the inner sanctum would only end with my death. Yes, let me show you.
Eu quero ver mais, velho.
So this is snow elf magic. Incredible.
This structure is known as a way shrine. They were used for meditation and for transport, when the Chantry was a place of enlightenment. Prelates of these shrines were charged with teaching the mantras of Auriel to our initiates.
What's that basin in the center signify?
Once the initiate completed his mantras, he'd dip a ceremonial ewer in the basin at the Way Shrine's center and proceed to the next Way Shrine.
So these initiates had to lug around a heavy pitcher of water. Marvelous. How long would they have to do that?
Well, once the initiate's enlightenment was complete, he'd bring the ewer to the Chantry's inner sanctum. Pouring the contents of the ewer into the sacred basin of the sanctum would allow him to enter for an audience with the Archcurate himself.
All that just to end up dumping it out? Makes no sense to me.
It's symbolic. I don't expect you to understand.
So, let's get this straight. We need to do all that nonsense to get into the temples so we can kill your brother and claim Ariel's bow.
I know how it all sounds. But if there was another way, I'd have done it long ago. The only way to get to my brother is by following in the Initiate's footsteps and traveling from Way Shrine to Way Shrine, just as they did. The first lay at the end of Darkfall Passage, a cavern that represents the absence of enlightenment. There are 5 in total, spread far apart across the Chantry. Caves? Oh no. The Chantry encompasses far more than a few caves, as you'll soon discover. But before I send you on your way, you'll need the Initiate's ewer. Once you've located a Way Shrine, there'll be a spectral prelate tending to it. They will allow you to draw the waters from the shrine's basin, as if you've been enlightened. This may be the last time we're able to converse. If you have any questions before you leave, I suggest you ask them. Otherwise, all I can do now is grant you my hopes for a safe journey. Questions? I expected as much. We were once a wealthy and prosperous society that occupied a portion of Skyrim. Unfortunately, we were constantly at war with the Nords, who claimed the land as their ancestral home. In a manner of speaking, we had always maintained an uneasy alliance with the underground-dwelling dwarves, and when faced with extinction, we turned to them for help. Surprisingly, they agreed to protect us, but demanded a terrible price. The blinding of our race. There were splinter groups that resisted the agreement, and even some that sought alternate alliances. But when it was all said and done, those elves were either slaughtered, vanished, or gave up and took the dwarves' bargain. I've often asked myself that very same question. The blinding of my race was supposedly accomplished with a toxin. Certainly not enough to devolve them into the sad and twisted beings they've become. We were once a wealthy. Unfortunately, we were constantly, in a manner of speaking. We had always maintained an uneasy. Surprisingly, they agreed to protect us, but demanded it. There were splinter groups that resisted the agreement. But when it was all said and done, those elves were either slaughtered, vanished, or gave up and took the dwarves' bargain. I've often... Certainly not enough to devolve them into the sad. The Chantry is quite isolated, so it took some time for word of the dwarves' offer to reach us here. By the time the compact had been completed, it was too late for us to even attempt to intervene. Correct. We only numbered perhaps 100 at the time, so our presence remained a secret to the dwarves and the Nords. Ironically, our undoing came at the hands of our own people. Yes, they swarmed the Chantry in vast numbers until we were completely overrun. We never really stood a chance. I assume that the Archcurate was corrupted by them when they found a way to breach the inner sanctum. Werther and myself are the only two snow elves that remain. The Chantry is quite isolated. By the time the compact had been completed, it was too late for us to even attempt it. Correct. We only numbered perhaps 100 at the time, so our presence remained as... Ironically, our undoing came at the hands of our own people. Yes, they swarmed the Chantry in vast numbers, and I assume that the Archcurate was corrupted by them when they found a way to breach... Werther and myself are the only two snow... This is, or was, the epicenter of our religion. Most of the Snow Elf people worshipped Auriel. The Chantry was constructed near the beginning of the First Era to provide a retreat for those that wish to become enlightened. Our empire had temples to some of the other deities. Trinimac, Ciribane, Yffrey, and Finister rounded out the rest. But those temples paled in comparison to the glory of the Chantry and its way shrines. Oh yes, they were an important part of the process here. They represented the steps the initiates took on the path to total enlightenment. Sadly, the magic used to construct these wonders were lost long before I arrived here. This is... or what? The Chantry was constructed near the beginning of the First Era to provide a retreat for those... Our empire had temples to some of the other deities. Trinimac, but those temples paled in comparison to the glory of the Chantry and its way shrines. Oh yes, they represented... Sadly, the magic used to construct these wonders were lost long before. They're ghosts of the Snow Elf priests that tended the way shrines before being slaughtered by the betrayed. Through the grace of Auriel, they were restored to their spectral form to enable them to continue their duties. I'm afraid in their current form, they still believe the Chantry to be an active center of worship. They won't respond to you in any way other than believing that you're an initiate and you're undertaking the journey to the inner sanctum. May Auriel light your path.
Wasn't... Where'd you come from? Done and done. Who's there? That'll teach you.
Falta quantos aqui? Eu vou fazer essa quest aí. Na moral, falta High Elf Blood e Wood Elf Blood.
Who's there? You knew I did something. Who's there? I knew I did something. Done and done. Who's there? And done. Who's there?
Pra vida da Serena recuperar.
Be careful here. Whatever's on the other side of this, I only wanted to keep it. Where'd you come from? Done and done. Are you seeing this? It's fantastic. I think that's another way shrine up there. Here we go.
Welcome, Initiate. This is the way shrine of illumination. Are you prepared to honor the mantras of Ariel and fill your vessel with his enlightenment? Then behold Ariel's gift, my child. May it light your path as you seek tranquility within the inner sanctum. May Ariel's brilliance illuminate your path. May Ariel's brilliance illuminate your path.
Porra. Forgotten Veil.
Like a whole other world. Come on, the bow has to be in this valley somewhere.
Welcome, Initiate. This is the Way Shrine of Sight. Are you prepared to honor the mantras of Ariel and fill your vessel with his enlightenment? Then behold Ariel's gift, my child. May it speed your journey to the inner sanctum. May Ariel's light guide you in your darkest hours.
Yes? Honestly, I don't think they care what a bunch of vampires would do with Ariel's bow. They're pretty focused on the past. As long as we can get this Werther out of the sanctum, I think they'll be happy to just hand it over. there.
Bicho, eu tô upando. Vai tá ruim. Tô upando. Arma também.
More spiders? I like the ones back home better. Never saw anything like this back on the island.
Acho que os pais vão chegar às 10h30. Até quando der umas 10 horas eu vou trocar, porque aí quando eles chegarem a gente já sai, né? Calma, porque a ponta tá kinda hungry.
Ei. Aurora boreal. Acho mais legal da aurora é que esse planeta fica visível.
Eu só tenho jeito também, porque aí quando eles chegarem vocês só saem.
You've reached the Way Shrine of Learning, Initiate. Are you prepared to honor the mantras of Ariel and fill your vessel with his enlightenment? Ariel bless you, child, for you are a step closer to the inner sanctum and everlasting wisdom. May Ariel's warmth imbue your body with strength.
Ah tá, isso aqui são portais, né? Pra cada shrine. Legal.
May Ariel's warmth imbue your body with strength.
If you were there, beware, this house is a circus. Why? Malachite ore.
Do you need something?
Bora? Vou dar uma bugada ali. Aquela poça. Pelo menos. Desbugou ela, né? Ai. What the hell? Não salvou nada. Nunca fiz. Me irrita aquilo daquele gigante.
Has to be in this valley somewhere.
Welcome, Initiate. This is the Way Shrine of Sight. Are you prepared to honor the mantras of Ariel and fill your vessel with his enlightenment? Then behold Ariel's gift, my child. May it speed your journey to the inner sanctum.
This must be that beautiful Skyrim weather I've always heard about.
May Ariel's light guide you in your darkest hours.
Where'd you come from? Morse, where'd you come from?
You've reached the Way Shrine of Learning, Initiate. Are you prepared to honor the mantras of Ariel and fill your vessel with his enlightenment? Ariel bless you, child, for you are a step closer to the inner sanctum and everlasting wisdom.
Everlasting wisdom. Acho que eu vou querer fazer a... Deixa eu ver. É, Bonnie. Eu vou parar exatamente onde eu morri. Ele realmente tira muita vida, velho. Ele tem mais moeda quando a gente matou o outro lá.